G'day, this is Captainoob, and before we get into today's video, I'd just like to give off two special announcements. Now, first of all, there's a Discord server that I'm currently inhabiting on. Do you remember the guy who made the Mark 14 Redux? Yeah, he's the bloke who runs it, and basically it's a good little Discord for the upcoming game or beta of Fallout 76. So it's basically there to sort of start a community so you can all play together there. Since it's Discord, you'll be able to team speak when it comes up and all that. There'll be Fallout 76 news posted on there and discussion. It's all very good stuff. And of course, you get a chance to play with yours truly when you're there. So yeah, that'd be cool, right? So if you'd want to go ahead and join that Discord, link will be in the description there. And secondly, and probably more importantly, right, this is going to blow all your minds. So we've almost hit 1 million views on this channel all up. So I decided that to celebrate this, I'm actually going to do a little bit of merchandise. And this merchandise will be coming in, wait for it, Captainoob companion body pillows. Now, I'm only doing Winter and Bridget at this point, but if they sell well, no, I'm just kidding. We'll move on to the video. Okay, past all that nonsense now, this is the M2019 PKD Detective Special Pistol, even though it's a revolver. Basically, this is that gun from Fallout New Vegas. Do you remember that little unique pistol you can get from that giant-ass dinosaur in Nipton? Yeah, this thing is back in Fallout 4 in standalone weapon form. Now, it uses 44 Magnum animations, which is unfortunate because we're going to have that hammer pulling every shot, even though the modder probably should have just disabled the bolt action checkbox in this gun, and this thing would function a little bit more what it'd be like back in New Vegas. But that's unfortunate. We'll persevere anyway. Maybe if I'm finding it too irritating, I'd actually go into the creation kit and change it myself. But anyways, for the receivers, we're going to get the same out of the 44 Magnum, and the grips, you can have a lightweight grip, not light grip weight, for lighter weight and improve the recoil and hip fire. And you can have a glow sight there. That's pretty neat, I suppose. It's not going to do a whole lot, but it's nice to have. It'll increase your accuracy a little bit. Now, I've got 44 Magnums loaded in here now. You can increase that to 5.56, so that'd be exactly what that gun shoots back in New Vegas there, and that'll give us 289 damage, which is not too bad. Now, for the trigger, you can actually have a double set trigger, and that'll actually increase the fire rate somehow. I'm not really sure how that works. Looks uncomfortable, but we'll move on from that. And of course, a legendary effect also exists on this. Now, I want to put this side by side to a Western revolver and even 44 Magnum just to see if we can actually do better with this thing. Okay, so now we've got both advanced Western revolvers and 44 Magnums respectively, and we can see that this thing sits generally in the middle between these two weapons. So it's not going to be a top tier revolver like the Western revolver, but it's not going to be letting you down as much as a 44 Magnum would. So with all that out of the way and our 5 mag capacity, which is a little bit unfortunate, we'll go into Gunner's Plaza and see what this thing can do. Okay, so here we are with that gun in Gunner's Plaza here, and looking at this thing in first person looks pretty good. The iron sights are barely usable, but that's fine. We got a general idea of what we're going to shoot anyway. That little bit of glowiness is right at the middle of the screen, so it should be fine, even though Raine here doesn't actually have anything to line that up with, so chances are, yeah, you'll be pretty much eyeing that off from the center of the gun most of the time instead of lining it up with two posts. But anyways, here's what you look like in third person. It's Casual Friday. Raine is going to be wearing some Creation Club goodies there, and that is about it for this weapon in terms of looks. I just shot it just then. As you can tell, it's got some custom sounds there. I can't believe we weren't heard when we shot this thing. We'll go ahead and get into some of these gunners here. As you can tell, cocking the hammer every shot is going to severely drain your DPS, but if you can nail some good headshots, it's going to take 3 of them mine to get the kill, or 3 and a body shot, you can actually do okay damage with this despite the DPS being a little bit subpar, but sure, whatever. In terms of this thing's usefulness, it generally wasn't a top tier weapon back in New Vegas anyway, so you know what, that's fine. I'm happy with this thing being a little bit less great than maybe some other top tier pistol mods. Usually the ones with suppressors, would you believe, are good, but yeah, since this thing can't have a suppressor, it does definitely hurt its potential a little bit, but I'm sure somebody's happy that I'm finally not having a weapon with a suppressor on it. Come on, let me shoot you in the head. You get a crit now. Let's see how we do with a critical strike. Not bad at 670 damage. Okay, so maybe if we're using this with a VATS build, we might be a little bit more successful. Let's have a look. And I'm glad I was wearing a t-shirt then, because that was one very inappropriate close-up there. And again, I think the VATS camera gets a little bit confused when it comes to a ledge at your knee height below you there. So if I do another crit here, it's probably going to do the same thing, right? Unless it's... Nope, it's a different view there. But yeah, the VATS camera, it actually led me to rename the escalators in Fallon's department store as the pervy stairs, because it always used to close up on the chest in VATS at that point, which is kind of interesting. But I should be talking about the weapon, not VATS camera quirks there. So with the sneak attack criticals going, it seems to be doing a significant amount of damage, hitting over 1k there, which is great. I won't be taking advantage of those things too much, since this thing being a loud and proud beast that it is, yeah, you're going to get detected pretty quickly. But as you can tell here, it's actually pretty good with its AP usage, so you can actually chain up a few kills and VATS if you have the AP and maybe even the gun through to back it up. And there's the reload animation in third person too there, just the same as a 44 Magnum, obviously. Nice, we've almost sort of one-shotted that gunner there, but not quite. Down you go. Having no gore mod makes me actually see when corpses explode in Fallout 4 gameplay that's not my own. It makes me kind of feel strange, because I'm not actually used to that anymore. I've been playing Fallout 4 with gore off for so long that it's actually kind of crazy at this point. I'm not used to seeing heads explode from 10mm pistols. I'm usually just used to seeing damage numbers come up and them drop without making a whole mess, which definitely helps out the frame rate. And I'm guessing it keeps YouTube happy, because it doesn't have to, you know, worry about my gore censoring. I just have to watch my mouth. If I swear too much, YouTube's like, nah, mate, that's getting limited or no ads. I think my final episode of One Hit Wonder is still a little bit on the demonetized side, probably because it has a lot of innocent murder in it, or maybe the YouTube algorithm picked up something else, or maybe some YouTube staff has it out for me. Who knows? Probably not that one though. Okay, we'll move on to the last couple of gunners here. It hasn't been terrible, that gun here, and my aim has been terrible though. That's something I need to improve on, but yeah, we can one-shot a basic gunner there, nothing too surprising. We might as well use this thing in third person now. We can actually shoot that faster, because for some reason the hammer pulling animation is a lot quicker. You don't have to pause between shots so much, so yeah, it kind of almost makes the revolvers seem double action with that when you shoot them like that. But yeah, that's a nice way of getting the DPS artificially better. Also, that guy was doing the recoil animation, but no bullets were coming out. That's some immersion breaking stuff there, Todd. You better fix those glitches, Todd. Bang, and you're dead after the second shot though. There we go. So that gun in Gunner's Plaza. If I say gun too many times, I'm probably going to get demonetized. Where? Okay, so that was that in Gunner's Plaza. We'll go ahead and do something else. Okay, let's get started in Dunwich Borers here on the outside. So it should be a little bit easier to cut down these raiders, especially since they're not outfitted with combat armor and have super large health pools. So we'll go ahead and get started on some of these guys, and we'll get a little bit of gun through going. That's 3 veterans at once. We've got no chance to hit that turret, so we might as well put that on the end of our crit chain there. Sure, why not? We'll use what remaining crits we have just to guarantee the first couple of kills. Almost 1500 damage on that raider. Very nice. There's another one. And we've got another crit ready, so we might as well use it on that raider. 2000. Great. Okay, so it looks like it can bring out the big numbers, but it just has to be hidden, which is a problem for this thing being unsuppressed there. Thank you, VATS camera, for going apeshit again. And that turret is going to do the same. Okay, now we're in danger. We'll go ahead and get stuck into these raiders here. Ooh, we're being shot at by an explosive bullet. They're annoying. Okay, where's that bloody turret? There you are. You're the one that's going after me. Okay, so now that we've got more raiders to shoot at, we might as well go ahead and get these guys nice and critted. Yep. Alright, that seems alright. We might as well go ahead and take out the ones that are closer. Make sure we get those shots on them. No. Okay, this thing isn't going desperately well, but we got over 600 damage on that raider there. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. That's some nice lighting on Raine's face as she does that cinematic reload there. Looks like the turret is good for something after all. So we got 2 crits back now. I think that's probably the best way we can actually run this weapon, just by crit spamming and getting as much as we can out of it that way. Okay, so whilst we... hang on, we've got one over there still. I didn't even take a shot at you apparently. Well, you have to die. Then I'm going in nice and close to kill the rest of them. We can dink them from here. Good. Okay, we'll go for a quick reload. And then we'll go ahead and go down these little stairs here. I don't have any acrobat bits on my legs there, so I have to actually take the stairs rather than just jump down like a mad raider woman would. Okay, so almost taking out these guys at this point. Surprised we didn't take full damage from all that, so if you could just eat this in your face. Maybe if I aim for that little, hang on, no, my aim is just bad, but I'm trying to aim for that little light or just below it in their face. That seems to be a good sort of idea to do. I really ought to work on my aim before Fallout 76 releases, because if I rely on VATS all the time, like I pretty much do in this, you're walking really slowly, man, my alternate walk mods haven't done well for you. But yeah, if you can hear that, there is a little bit of a custom reload animation to this. But yeah, back what I was saying before, if I don't get good at actually aiming, I'm going to be bad at PvP. That raider can just sit down and think about her life. Maybe she'll become less of a raider now that I've slaughtered all of her friends. Okay, into the Dunwich Borers actual cell here, and we'll do this sneakily as we can. So we've got a couple of raiders usually in this area, just the one there. That one's cooking something, so we'll go ahead and take him out, and we'll follow it up immediately with that turret kill there, and then we'll quickly sprint through this bit and take out this one over here. Line that shot up. 1k damage on her, very nice, and a little bit less on her, but she's not a raider veteran, so she'll go down in a headshot and a chest shot, which is great. And whilst this one is casually getting up, we'll go ahead and hit her 3 times consecutively. Very nice. So the 5.56 doing pretty well for us, and the fact that it does give you a bunch of ammo to choose from makes this thing pretty viable at the early game, where you've got many more 38 caliber rounds, which would help you out there. But as you move on to the late game, you definitely want to put the 5.56s in this. So in terms of that, it's actually kind of nice for a early to mid game sort of deal. But at end game, you can sort of get by, although it's definitely not the best thing you can do for weapons at this level there. Still not keen about the obligatory bolt action thing there. That's kind of silly. Okay, so as more ghouls spawn into existence, we'll turn these lights back off to make sure we don't get ourselves spotted, and in case we get ourselves knocked down due to the gas explosion I'm about to cause, I'm just going to back off here. Nope, we're just out of the radius, which is great, and we'll go ahead and get stuck into these withered ferals here, which they actually give you quite a lot of XP despite being super flimsy. But as you can tell, since these guys are a little bit less perceptive and brains rotted out by radiation, we can actually nail these guys pretty fast there, which is nice and satisfying, because any slow shooting, hard hitting weapon is nice to chain shots up with. Okay, we'll turn those lights off. You're sitting there dancing. That one never bloody moves, and I just got trapped and cornered by ghouls. That's okay. We'll go ahead and kill as many as we can here and just get ourselves a little bit of distance. Man, if I was playing a one-hit wonder mode, I'd pretty much shit myself if I saw 3 ghouls behind me like that. But yep, we got through that. And not too many scars to worry about there. Don't worry, face surgeons on this game can remove scars. Raine just keeps them because she wants to feel like a raider, right? Okay, so we've taken out pretty much all of the ghouls at this point. Or all of them to the point where we can find the unique named ghoulies. So we'll reload here and take out John Hatfield. Yep, you'll die. And Bob Stanson and Tim Shoots. Well, Raine shoots too, would you believe, and she does good sometimes. Okay, now we can move on to this section here. There's a little bit of running in this compared to Gunner's Plaza, but yeah, the ghouls in this place are a little bit more interesting to fight sometimes when they're running at you like mindless zombies. So we'll go ahead and shoot these guys. We don't need to turn on the lights because they've already spawned in, and we've got night vision procking there, so there's no trouble seeing. That's actually a kind of useful perk, something that's a little bit underrated, but yeah, I enjoy it quite a bit. And we'll quickly turn this light on and switch that off again just to regain nice and stealthiness and kill the rest of them. And miss horribly, that's unfortunate. Okay, we'll try again. Since they're all sort of choke pointed, I can probably hold my aim in one single spot and be okay with it, but looks like that theory wasn't as true as I'd like it to be. Okay, there we go. So that was that gun in Dunwich Borers, and it did actually pretty well there. So yeah, for a late level or late-ish level ghoul, you can actually take him out pretty easy. And yeah, it's a nice zombie slaying weapon, I suppose. If you're super attached to this thing back in New Vegas and you'd like to see this thing in Fallout 4, then this is a pretty good mod to have that too. I don't think this weapon is all that great in either of these games, but it's a nice iconic thing from some movies, at Blade Runner, I don't know. But yeah, that was about it for this video. Thank you for watching, guys. And I bet you're all so disappointed about the body pillows not being a thing.